Well, look where we are. We're in the middle of April. I'm at the world's busiest intersection. And let me tell you what's busy about it? Nothing. There's very few people here. The jobs that are here, people are staying at home. Of course, you can go to Starbucks and you can see some traffic that's here, but virtually nobody's here. So, what message do we give to people? Is it a time to wake up? Is it a time to reflect where you are in life? People got nothing but time on their hands these days. For myself, I've been not working for about a month and a half. And it's not easy. So I would say you got to figure out some things what you got to do. And then what I'm trying to do is think about what's the next step that's going to happen. Do I go back to the same job? I don't think even my work will be the same as before. And we can expect, even if there was a cure found tomorrow, in the middle of April, when could that get to everybody? And when would things return to normal? And I think people expecting normal should forget about it. What can we hope on? So jobs aren't going to be the same. People's thinking and attitudes are going to be a lot different. It's going to be positive or negative. And where do Christians stand at this time? What are they doing each day to help their better man? Some of them are going to groups online, which is great. But how can we help everybody? How can we help those around us live better lives? So these are some of the things that I've been thinking about. And I have to also think about what am I going to be doing come going back to work. If that's in May, what's going to happen to me? If my hours are reduced, do I just find a new job or do I find something better? So at the moment, I'm trying to find something to give me a better direction for myself. So meanwhile, I can improve my Nihongo and just study para each day. But what I can do is try to financially make myself stable. And the most important thing is spiritually. And that means spending more time with God, not just flipping the Bible open, like concisely looking at studies, talking about what's been going on. How are these things talked about in Daniel? How are these things talked about in Jeremiah? How are these things explained and spoken about in Isaiah? And trying to put context together about where we are right now. This is something, if you want to get on the link below, you can see David Wilkinson talked about this. He said it's going to happen in an hour. Within an hour, there's going to be turmoil. What we did before, we can't do anymore. So this is a time we got to think about things. I think foolishly, people are saying, I want things to get back to normal. There is no normal again. I think we need to just understand that if you can't get these people back on the streets going where they were before, and this is a moderate street, I think it's going to be difficult to go back to normal. We have to create new things for ourselves, and that's going to take vision. And right now, it's hard to get it from leaderships, and I think leadership shouldn't be burdened also with trying to find our direction. We have to find it ourselves, and this is going to be created by new thinking. And it's difficult if you're at home with 3 or 4 people, they're running around, you're trying to figure out what to do each day. You got to be very focused. So if I have the time right now, and I can get myself focused spiritually, financially, physically, it's a good thing, and I'm really blessed. So I have to encourage those around me not to give up. And that means hours a day spent online trying to encourage people. Some people have just given up and just said, oh, I can't do this anymore, or this is difficult. So when I have something, I try to share with people, especially if it does nothing to benefit me or connect me. And this is, for example, sending out 50 links for kids' activities. I don't have kids, so it'll help my friends cope with the situations they're in. So in this situation, I have to think about the next person. And this is for non-Christians as well. How can I help them? And I'm just looking at people as people, not they're a Christian or a non-Christian. We're all in this together, and we gotta figure out how are we going to get through it together. And some people are just going to go back and do the same thing, and I think what's going to happen is you're going to get the same results. So I want to do something bigger and better, and I'm studying day by day. I've cooked new recipes. I've read different messages online. I've connected with other Christians. I've tried to spiritually just walk stronger and better and be more accountable and more trustworthy to God. And that's really given me a stronger heart. And it's a heart change that we need. Not outside, we feel better and we're walking better and we know 50 new recipes. What I'm talking about is a heart change inside. So that's going to take a little bit of time and determination. You can't do it any which way, any one way. This church or that church won't have an answer. You have to look within the community you're in, and if you're not in a good community, you need to also think about improving or changing your community. And for those people who aren't focused on what they're doing, you better wake up, because when they find a cure and things go back to normal, it's not going to be a normal anymore. It's going to be something different. Whatever this brave new world is, we gotta be ready for it. And for me, I'm gonna put my trust in the Lord and see where He's directing me, and see financially what I can do. I'm almost broke if I'm not working, so I can try things online and see where that goes. But really, I have to depend on the Lord, not just praying. Trying to put prayer into action and try to spiritually grow every day. And that's going to take lifting people up around me, because when they get lifted up, eventually somebody might try to lift me up. And that's a great community we can emerge from. So that's what we need to kind of concentrate on and think about. Lift your community up and lift yourselves up at the same time. And don't think about miracle cures or miracle situations. You're going to have to find your own way, how to make your path, and try to think ahead of time. 2 months from now, 3 months, where do you want to be? How are you going to make money? Are you getting money coming in? So if I don't think about these things, I'm going to be in big trouble. So we'll see how things go with my planning and spiritual walk. Have a great day.